What's up, YouTube? Got another knife review here for you. This is of the Spyderco Yojimbo 2. This is a collaboration between, I think, well-known martial artists and I guess trainer Michael Janich and Spyderco, obviously. Just a very, in short, very cool knife. I really like this knife. I got this knife off the forums a couple months ago, I think, and I got a phenomenal price was offered for it. So I had to jump at it, even though at the time it wasn't a knife that I was all that jazzed about. But if you guys know Sebastian, he is just crazy about this knife. I think this is his favorite. I think it'd be safe to say his favorite production knife. I don't know about knife of all time. But and I definitely respect his opinion, so I had to jump at the opportunity to get it, and I'm really glad I did. Even though at the time I wasn't all that jazzed or amped about this knife, it has grown on me, and I definitely love this knife for sure. Real quick breakdown: it is a 3 1/8, so 3.125-inch blade, obviously Wharncliffe style. Blade with an extremely hollow ground, but from a pretty thick stock of blade steel as well. So I think it is measuring at 0.15 inches. So that measures out to 3.7 millimeters. So pretty good blade stock on the Yojimbo 2. And that's pretty, that's necessary because it's a fighting knife, and it comes down to a pretty fine tip. And so with fighting knives, I'm anticipating or assuming that it's meant to be a stabber as well. So you have to have a thick blade stock to kind of back up this pretty fine tip on here, if you can see that tip. All right, so this is a knife. Michael Janich, being a martial artist and a fighter, a self-defense trainer, there's these knives that are rated. I can't remember what the actual rating system is called, but certain knives with their lock style and the way it locks up and whatever, they are certified, or I don't know, they're just rated high enough so that they can handle this kind of martial arts use. So this one has that rating, and then the pedigree from this knife is the Yojimbo 1, obviously, and then I think the Spyderco Gunting, both martial artists, like fighting knives. And I think for me, initially when I was looking at this knife, I really hated the style of the Yojimbo 1 and the Gunting, but this one I think is toned down a little bit more. Yeah, if you do a little bit of research on the Yojimbo 1 or the Gunting, this is my own opinion. They're just butt ugly knives. It looks like somebody just crafted them out of the factory. But this one definitely much more refined. The lines closed. I mean, there's a lot of blades sticking out, so that's one thing that definitely was not appealing to me. But open, this blade I think is gorgeous. So as an everyday carry knife, I think that this is also phenomenal. I've really warmed up to the Wharncliffe style blade. I definitely think that this, the tip, the very fine tip, is great for drag cuts, and it really just catches into whatever thing you're cutting at. And so I definitely see the advantage of you having a Wharncliffe blade for everyday carry. But every blade, if it has a good belly, then it's still going to be able to catch and cut pretty well. Blade steel on here is CPM S30V. Like a lot of Spydercos, so that's kind of almost standard, I would say, for a Spyderco. It's got the normal, four-way pocket clip, this kind of Spyderco spoon clip on here. Obviously, it employs the compression lock as well. So Compression lock is one of my favorite locks. So outside of the frame lock, I would say the compression lock is my next favorite lock. This one in particular, though, on the Yojimbo 2, and I think I've heard other people talk about it. I don't know about necessarily complain about it, but I have caught my finger. So the fat of my finger has gotten caught somehow. I don't know if it's on this side or between here, but you know, opening it like this sometimes, if my hand is down, this lock tends to catch my kind of the fat of my finger and kind of pinch it in there. So it's, I mean, I've never cut anything, you know, on my finger, but especially doing like say reverse grip opening, you know, down like this, sometimes I would catch myself even on my palm, you know, as it's sitting in my palm, and then, you know, it would just pinch my skin. So I've never had that happen to me with, you know, paramilitary 2. This one is easy to open, never catches me. So I don't know if just the style, you can see the cutout on these two for the paramilitary and the Yojimbo. The Yojimbo has a kind of a more rectangular, longer area for actuating the lock, and the para is kind of cut a little bit here. So I don't know, I mean, when you look at the way it engages, it's about the same. So the mechanism is still the same. So I don't know if maybe just the spring tension on the Yojimbo 2 is a little bit tighter or what. Standard black G10 on this Spyderco, you know, that you see on pretty much all other Spydercos. You know, I like Spyderco G10, you know, compared to especially the newer Emersons. This is my Journeyman that I haven't reviewed yet, but this G10 I think is just too hard, and it's a total absolute pocket shredder. This one, I think you could just tear it out once and then it'll just wear out your pockets, but extremely grippy for sure in the hand. You know, with the jimping and everything, this, I mean, this is not going anywhere. But again, I almost feel it's too grippy to where it's uncomfortable. It's almost sticky. This one, same thing. I mean, I can slide my thumb, but it's going to give me enough grip, you know, especially with the ergonomics on this knife. You know, all these curves are going to hug your fingers quite well. And so I don't worry. There's no jimping. I mean, there's a little bit of liner jimping right here, which is not, if you put your thumb in like this, it's effective. Pad of the finger is not helping at all. So, but again, as a user, as an EDC blade, it's really comfortable. This little thumb indent on the blade is just perfect for your thumb to rest on for any kind of utility work around the house. So anyway, quick comparisons right there. There's a Silent Soldier flipper, obviously because of the Wharncliffe blade. I'm bringing this out, this one out, and also because it's a, you know, meant to be a fighting blade as well. So different style of fighting. I think this punch style, reverse grip with the Silent Soldier. Sorry about that. Is very comfortable. Yeah, same can be said. Ergonomics for this blade, reverse grip, all very comfortable. Alright, so anyway, just want to do this really quick vid of my impressions and review. I've carried this knife actually quite a bit. When I was down in the trip to San Diego, I brought this one and the my El Patron, and yeah, I actually ended up carrying this blade quite a bit, and it worked perfectly as an EDC. Alright, so anyway, that's my thoughts on the Spyderco Yojimbo 2. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys. You guys take care, and I'll see you on the next vid. Bye.